Just after the conclusion of the Clone Wars and rise of the New Galactic Empire under the Sith Lord Darth Sidious, there were still many loose ends to tie up, many of which were by Sidious's own design. After the Clone Wars concluded, all of the blame for the Clone Wars was placed on Count Dooku and the Jedi, as Sidious pointed to Dooku as a product of the corrupt Jedi Order, and showed them that even their greatest enemy was created by their very hands and teachings. In truth, however, it was Darth Sidious himself who had corrupted Count Dooku and turned him to the dark side of the Force. Despite this though, Dooku was respected in many circles, as most of the Separatists believed him to be a great and noble man, with all of their best efforts in mind, and was hoping that Dooku would liberate them from the corrupt Republic. From their point of view, Count Dooku was the great hero of the Clone Wars, who died to protect the goals of the Separatists. After the rise of the Galactic Empire, many of Dooku's supporters and family still lived on the wealthy planet of Sereno, where it was up for debate who the next Count would be. This debate greatly concerned Darth Sidious, as not only did many of them have insider knowledge on Dooku and his more nefarious side, but also knew he served the ultimate goals of another, and knew Dooku, despite being powerful, was simply a puppet in place of a true Dark Lord of the Sith. They knew that although Count Dooku was the face of the Separatist movement, he was not the one behind it. Knowing that some of the members of House Dooku contained this knowledge, Darth Sidious could foresee that his empire could crumble if the public ever discovered this. As a result of this, taking care of Sereno was Sidious's first goal after the Clone Wars, as he sent his new apprentice, Darth Vader, to meet with House Dooku. Once arriving, all of the heads of the families were ordered to the Great Hall to meet with Darth Vader, along with their eldest sons. Darth Vader expressed concern that Sereno was still loyal to Dooku and the Separatists, and not loyal to the Empire that was established in place of the Republic. As Darth Vader had just barely been deemed a Sith Lord, his reputation did not precede him, and the overconfident members of House Dooku insulted him and his grasp on the galaxy. They believed that although Vader was intimidating, he was no Count Dooku and could never hold the galaxy in place. In response, Darth Vader activated his crimson lightsaber, and the room fell silent. Vader then explained that all of Sereno would be obliterated by his hand if they did not swear themselves to the Empire, as even the most confident of the House paused to hear the Dark Lord speak. Vader then went on to explain that he believed the blood of Dooku to be impure after the previous Count turned on the Republic. Because of this, Vader explained that the blood of the House would need to be cleansed. Vader then went on to say that Sereno would only be allowed to serve the Empire if all of the first sons kill their traitorous fathers, and only then could the whole family survive and thrive under the Galactic Empire. Although there was a moment of hesitation, one of the sons lunged at his father with a knife, stabbing him to death, as the others soon joined in. Vader stood by and observed as all of the first sons brutally killed their fathers in order to preserve their own lives. In this moment, Darth Vader wiped out all of the heads of House Dooku without ever lifting a single finger. After the cleansing concluded, Vader appointed a new liege lord in Aden Dooku because he was the most loyal to the Empire and had been born and raised off of Sereno, meaning he held no inherent loyalty to the others. The Dark Lord then welcomed the new heads of the family to the Empire and promised he would be back if any interruptions occur with the family. The Sith Lord then departed, leaving all of Sereno in shock as the first sons desperately clamored to cover up the murders of their fathers. So that is how Darth Vader cleansed House Dooku and took out much of his anger on Dooku after killing the Sith Lord as Anakin Skywalker. This has always been a standout Vader moment for me, as he took a great and wealthy house to its knees only by the power of his words. But what are your thoughts on this, and the fact that Vader was able to dismantle House Dooku only by speaking? And what is your favorite Darth Vader moment where he totally destroyed someone simply by talking to them?